Look at 150 pounds. The sponsors, Manio Dairy Farms, for all your custom chopping or combining needs. Contact Randy or Heidi Manning. Wish them the best to the Ithaca Weston squad today. Nampa, located in Boscobel Richland Center. Contact them. Stop out here at 890 US Highway 14 East or give them a call at 608-647-8853, offering brand name parts for your vehicle. Well, let's take a look at the set the stage here for this 150-pound round.
All right, the 7th place match, Komozicki from Holman and Hankey from Reedsburg. The 5th place match, Windsor from GET and Johnson from GET. The 3rd place match, Larson from River Valley and Kissamore from Belmont Platteville. The championship match is going to be Cameron Finch from Toma and Brock Hinterman from Isle Grand Highlands. Kurt?
And Finch is doing a nice job. He got an early takedown. He's got a cradle in, and he's got Hinderman in a lot of trouble with that cradle. This match could be over in the first minute, but we'll see. This is where a lot of people in the stands, especially with our vantage point up here in the top row, he definitely has to be pinned, doesn't he? I don't know how the ref sees anything there right now at that point. But the guy at the top row goes, oh, he's pinned, he's pinned. But right now, Hinderman doing a nice job of keeping that inside shoulder up, at least the way it looks to me. But Finch now has got the proverbial knee in the side, and there it is. One of those deals, if you can get that knee in the side, you can get some separation from your body, and you pull him in, and there's the fall. Nice job by Cameron Finch. Senior now, 16-0 on the year.
Kissamore of Belmont Platteville with a nice double leg up in the air and brings Larson of River Valley down to the mat for a 6-0 lead and has him on his back for some near fall points. And he's going to pick up 4 and stake himself to a 10-0 advantage.
No score in our 7th place match, 3-0 in our GET match down there for 3rd place, as we got GET against GET, or maybe the ones from Mel Min. Okay, 3-0. Not getting funny anymore, am I?
GET, that's Gale and then Ettrick and Trempealeau, is that correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Galesville.
Galesville, yep.
Galesville, then Ettrick and Trempealeau.
Each are separate towns?
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And then Melrose and Mindoro are 2 separate towns. So you have 5 towns, which we have to see more of that anyway. A pin here by Kismore against Valley, Ty Larson. So he'll end up, Ty Kismore will end up in 3rd place. So now we're down to matches on both ends. First we hadn't that in a while.
Yeah. It's a 1-0 lead down here on the 7th place match with, oh gosh, I got it now. How did I say it again? Kalmazewski.
I thought Chuck did a really good job with that one.
I mumble better.
I said Cal, but it should be Kalmazewski. There we go.
Josiah, he's a really good athlete out here today.
You can see several of these teams with their extras. They've got some really good kids.
Yes.
Oh, that getting close to a fall down there in the GET against GET. But don't ask me which one won.
Or you'll find it. That'll show up on it.
It should. But now with a pin, I don't know if he came back. I'm assuming Scott Johnson just won that match. He was up in the match 7-2. At the time of the pin.
Well, the interesting part is Windsor. Let's see, Windsor was the number 6 seed coming in at 6 and 8. Only a freshman, though.
Johnson was the 4 seed, though, so I imagine Johnson was the point getter.
Yep, that's a good point there. Yep. Yeah, as a senior, right.
So we're just about done with that weight class, only waiting for our 7th place match to end here. That's a good time for you now, Ken. You can sponsor some sponsors.
I can do each weight class, though. That's what I I don't want to jump the gun.
Okay.
Because see, I do every weight class has their sponsoring the weight class, or two sponsors are sponsoring a weight class. So
that's good. Congratulations to all those sponsors. The great sport of wrestling really appreciates you, and it just brings this opportunity for us three here to bring the sport of wrestling right into your household.
Yes,
and
very much.
This introduction of all the TV features out here now for, I know even my wife and I once in a while, instead of venturing out for the night, it's kind of fun to sit at home and scroll through whatever's out there in some of the high school channels and watch something that's really fun on TV.
Yeah. Well, we should say thanks to Laura Selby and the Richland Center School District. Laura, of course, the athletic director here, helping us out. Eric, the IT person, making sure that we can be up and running here on our Twitch Westby channel. That was huge, knowing that we're able to get this going, and we'll plan on doing this all over again for the Richland Center Wrestling Club. They are a sponsor, by the way. They will be hosting the women's regional on February 21st. That's a Friday night. And then Saturday, turn right around and they'll host the regional, super regional. Kirk will be here. We'll get somebody to help him out. Maybe we'll send Shelly Keenan down or somebody anyways to work with you on that, on those 2 days, Friday evening and Saturday.
That'd be a great time.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun there. I'll be at Mineral Point for those regional.
We have a final down there finally, and that will be Josiah winning down there 4-0 in that match for Holman. So now we can, are you ready for Chuck to put 57 in the books here on the stage?
Let me do the quick announcing of our sponsors. It's O'Reilly Auto Parts. When it comes to your vehicle needs, no one does better for quality, dependable parts than O'Reilly Auto Parts. And the Phoenix Center. Boy, I tell you what, a great place right here. Try the Phoenix Center for your next luncheon date. Appetizers, burgers, specialty sandwiches. We did a Manning Bowl-a-thon last year for a Christmas party. We're planning on doing that. We can't do it until March, but we're looking forward to that. Amy helping out there at the Phoenix Center here in Richland Center. Chuck, to you.
157 pounds in the 7th place match will be McGuire from Riverdale, Hackney from Reedsburg. The 5th place match, Wetter from Boscobel, Bennett from Weston, Ithaca. The 3rd place match, Mason Ulrich from Belmont Platteville, wrestling against Wyatt Knockreiner from River Valley. And in the championship match, at 157 pounds, would be Tyson Imhoff from Iowa Grant Highland. His opponent will be Gunnar Johnson from GET.
This mine or yours?
I don't care which one. I'll take it. I'll take it real quick. Tyson Imhoff, Gunnar Johnson in the championship match at 157 pounds. Tyson Imhoff, a senior from Iowa Grant Highland, the top seed at 12-2 coming into the match here. Gunnar Johnson, one of my favorite first names in the tournament here today. Gunnar Johnson, senior with a record of 13-0.
Aiden Hackney came up with a pin down there with 11 seconds left in the first period. He will be your 7th place finisher for Reedsburg.
All right. Championship match, no score. We've used up 1:10 of the first period.
I really like that Boscobel Wasika uniform. That's cool. Down there in our 5th place match, Joe Wetter out there. He's wrestling Ashton Bennett from Ithaca Weston, as Chuck said earlier. Ashton must just got in the lineup only 3-1 on the year. But just got healthy, one or the other. I think.
Yeah. Or down to, I don't know.
Yeah, down to a weight.
Yeah. Too.
Troy, though, said he had a couple kids coming back from sickness and injury.
Oh, good. All right, we're just about to the end of the first period here in the championship match as they go out of bounds with 6 seconds left on the clock.
Knockreiner in control of his match, 7-0 over Ulrich in the 2nd period too.
Ken, quick philosophy here.
Okay.
2nd period, you get your choice. What do you do?
I
defer.
99% of the time defer, yes.
Yeah. All right.
No,
And
you're
then-
supposed to go down, so you score first if it goes to the tiebreaker. What are you guys talking
You
about?
can. That's probably true.
Well, that's
Well, the old days you'd go down.
yeah, definitely.
Or
You want to score first.
you
in
want
the
to score
match.
first. The old days you would defer. Nowadays you probably want to choose down. Yeah.
We were all out of bounds before the throw. The Johnson hit the throw, but they're out of bounds. Didn't count.
Must have been up in the air, huh?
I'd like to play that one back again.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, the tiebreaker stuff. It is important to score first. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, that was always my philosophy too.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
if there's a score, yeah, defer. But if it's 0-0,
Yep. You go down. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Go down. Now we're in
Score first.
agreement. Down there in our other match, fifth place, Ashton Bennett has got a nice lead down there. He's up 12-4 in that match.
Imhoff in on the shot. Good job by Gunner to fend that off so far.
Gunner's undefeated, 13-0.
There's the takedown now for Imhoff, making the score 4-0.
Emhoff came in 12-2 and won his 100th match today. Great for him.
Got a little blood time.
Yeah. We'll take a look on that third place match then. It's a 10-0 lead here as we move to period number 3 with Ulrich out of Belmont Platteville. He's in control. Or check that, he's behind, excuse me.
He's losing 12-0
Yeah.
against Knockreiner.
To Knockreiner.
Yeah, Knockreiner's been doing a fine job.
Now 11-0.
Mason's had a real fine career down there at Belmont, though. Heck of a football player, plays safety and running back. Good wrestler we've seen him through the years, and then really a fast runner in track, too.
Okay. Maybe we'll see him in a couple of state tournaments yet.
Yeah, but Knockreiner is just having his day here right now. Had a tough loss in the semis there to a real tough Gunnar Johnson.
Yeah.
Unlike you, Chuck, I really like that name, Gunnar.
I do. It's like, we've had some great ones over the years,
Gunnar just makes you sound tough, though.
Stone.
Stone, yeah, that's another one.
Yeah.
Good match you got going
Yes,
there.
yeah.
Imhoff is very scrambly, but Johnson doesn't want that first loss either.
Nope. So we'll come back to the center with 35 seconds remaining in the second period. 4-0 is the score. Tyson Imhoff with the advantage.
There's our tech ball in the third place match. Knockreiner gets that. 17-1.
Imhoff got to the championship match with a bye the first round, again the top seed there. A pin in 1:07 over Bennett from Western Ithaca in the quarters, and then a fall in 1:23 over Mason Ulrich from Belmont Platteville in the semifinals. Last 15 seconds of the second period.
I didn't notice that earlier.
Yeah,
That
Warren's strong, yeah.
young lady over there is doing sign language out to Joe Bletter as he wrestles. I guess I didn't catch that earlier today.
Oh, the one right over there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
When Job won his one match here on, he was on mat 2, and she was on the other side standing there, and he looked over at her, and she put both her hands up, like shoulder level, and went like this, like yay. I just thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah. Cool. Gunnar Johnson got here to the finals to buy, again, the number 2 seed. A tech fall, 17-2 over Chase McGuire from Riverdale in the quarterfinals, and then a 2-1 good match. Remember that one there in the semifinals over Wyatt Knockreiner from River Valley. Kenny, you remember who we had that had a hearing deficit?
Bobby.
Bobby Bloom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I always remember he'd always say he could always hear us.
It seemed like it too. But yeah, it was one of those that you always discuss with the official ahead of time too, to know this too, and then make sure you tap him on the shoulder, whatever. Blow your whistle.
Exactly. Yeah.
And he continued to wrestle. It was a good one. All right, minute and 11. Third period, 4-0 the advantage for Tyson Imhoff of Iowa Grand Highland.
Wetter picks up the win over there on mat 1 for the 5th place match. Congratulations to him. So now we just have the championship match.
Under a minute.
(19-9) there. Ashton Bennett won that match down there for 5th place.
Bennett won?
Yes. Tyson's just been in control pretty much this whole match. Oh, did a miscalculation there.
And he cuts him, smart move right away there.
5-2, 25 seconds, Chuck.
Got the crowd going.
Well, 3-point takedown will tie it up. What was that point for?
Gonna have unnecessary there or illegal, whatever you said. A unnecessary blow was delivered.
Okay, so it's now 6-2. A takedown will not tie it up.
That was the off official that I think made that call.
Well, that's what you're there for.
Yep.
If you see something.
Yep.
It was a scramble out of bounds. Last 10 seconds, Chuck.
6-2.
There's a stall
throw
call.
attempt, stall call, and this is going to end up an attempted throw by Johnson, but Imhoff just counters. And Tyson Imhoff will be your champion with the 157-pound weight class by a score of 9-3.
He had to go for that move, though. I'll give him credit for that. Went for a nice lateral drop there and didn't quite make it.
Well, we're going to move on to our 165-pound weight class, and let's take a look at our 2 sponsors. It's the Reedsburg Wrestling Association. They remind you of a tournament coming up on Sunday, February 16th for the youth. $25 entry fee. There's no refunds. 4-wrestler round robin competition. Custom medals, 1st through 4th. Tournament champion t-shirt. How about that now? That's pretty cool. Contact Josh Powell or Sarah Cooper. Be sure to check them out there. And of course then on Sunday, February 2nd, is their 49th annual Smelt Feed fundraiser at Brewster Lanes. They got a lot of neat things going on. And Richland Electric, Vernon Electric, and Scenic Rivers Electric Co-ops. Energy programs, members can take advantage of incentive programs being offered. Visit Focus on Energy website.
At 165 pounds, the 7th place match, Simerson from River Ridge, and against Mason Moonflower from Holman. 5th place match, Yellowneck from Iowa Grand Highland, and Windsor from GET. The 3rd place match, Alt from River Valley, Waldner from Western Ithaca. Championship match, Jackson Bussey from Iowa Grand Highland, and Nolan Owen from Baraboo. Kurt?
Boy, Bussey comes out here, looks like a world of fire. And we mentioned earlier, they're getting up in this area. This is where Iowa Grand Highland is really strong. Jackson came out, got a nice takedown, up 3-0. Almost got a near fall there. I'm kind of surprised he didn't with that tilt, but 3-0 the lead there. 6-1 Waldner over Alt in the 3rd place match after 1 period. Bussey now trying for that tilt again. Gotta be a little bit careful he doesn't get too far over. There it is, but now, yeah, that's what I was afraid of. It's a little bit too much out of position, and now it's Owen trying to come from behind, and he does to get the reversal. But Bussey still has that leg, so he can turn about in fair play and get his own reversal here, and he does.
Waldner jumps out in front. He's up 12-1 now with a minute 35 to go in period number 2.
Help Chuck out down there 7-0 in our 5th place match. That would be Landon Windsor out in front down there. Now Bussy gets that turn, but he's just not getting the near fall points there with it. And now he's in bad position and gives up another reversal. So less than 5 seconds to go here. There's a nice try for Granby. Can he scramble it out of there? Time gonna run out, I believe. Nice scramble there, but 5-4 after 1 period. Jackson Bussy from Iowa Grant Highland out in front over Nolan Owen, a junior, 9-2, and then Bussy, a senior, 13-0.
Waldner picks up the
junior. He is too. Sorry about that.
Waldner picks up the Tech fall 18-3 with a minute 4 to go in that second period. He just went to town. My goodness.
Waldner was the 2nd seed, and I have to say Owen wrestled a heck of a match there in the semifinals, and I'm not going to say he caught him, but he pinned Waldner in that match. I think Waldner came back with a little bit of vengeance there.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
You don't know, is that Alt from River Valley, is that brother to the Alt that wrestled a couple of years ago?
Couldn't tell you right up front,
yeah.
But I would, very safe to say it was some sort of relation, I would bet.
Yeah.
So we just have the championship match going on.
Yep. Trying to find out who won that 5th place match, and even the other one. We didn't do very good.
I didn't look at him at all. That was my bad.
Okay, the Holman wrestler won by a fall down there against River Ridge. So that was the pin down there.
That was that flurry.
Bussy here now leading 6-4 with a minute 13 to go in this championship bout. Waldner, we got him down there. Why are they still showing Dylan Weagle's match? Oh, there we go. Windsor's clear down there. Windsor won by a fall.
He did, okay.
From GET. And that gives GET some bonus points too. So now puts the pressure on Bussy to maybe get some bonus points back. Oh, and he did. As soon as I say that, he catches him with a nice reversal. And he has Owen in a lot of trouble on his back, and he's at least going to probably score 4 the way it looks here. And can he secure the fall? Which that would help Iowa Grant out in the team race. They haven't updated that in a while. It's still just showing 284 to 281. I don't know why. I would think that track wrestling would automatically update that.
Was it at that time with GET in front?
Yeah, they still are in front by that time, by 3.
Time, yeah.
But we've had several. Oh, we just had Emhoff win there, and we'll see. Hopefully, it'll update here in a second. 12-4 now as we wind down the second period. Bussy has a nice lead. He's at least got some bonus points with the like a major right now, but can he push that up higher to a technical or to a pin? We're at 165. Basically 4 more weight classes to go. Nice slide by there by Bussy. Comes to that Okie ride. About this time he can secure the takedown, and he does. But now can he roll it through in that Okie and put Owen on his back? Now Owen kicking out of it. But Bussy didn't let go of the headlock. Now trying to convert it to a power half. But now Owen's the one. Now he's trying to come over the top and kick over. But he can be putting himself in a Granby position there. And now Bussy trying to come out the back door himself and maintain control. This is what you call good spaghetti wrestling out here, Chuck and Ken.
For sure.
It's hard to tell which spaghetti's on top. This is where you're going to have to call it another. think they were out of bounds there myself, but whatever.
Yeah, there wasn't much there.
Yep, no score in that scramble. 15-4 now. Bussy out in front, but only 11-point decision. He needs 4 more to get to the tech fall. And now time being the factor, 25 seconds to go. Looking for some sort of arm Turk, or drag back with even it's more of a, bluntly, a chokehold. But now he's trying for that Turk on the arm. Time's going to run out here. Now he's going to be lucky if he doesn't give up points. Yep, I want to say at least earn that. 15-5 is your final. Jackson Bussy remains undefeated and becomes the champion for Iowa Grand Island.
Oh, that's an extra team point for him.
Yep, picked up something. But so did GET that round with a pin.
We go to 175 pounds and thank our 2 sponsors for that. Actually, might even make it 3. Richland Center Wrestling Club helping us out today. Thanks to Silas Coleman, the head coach, and all the crew. Richland Hospital, proud to sponsor the live broadcast of high school wrestling, offering quality care for the surrounding communities. Thanks to Shauna Connor. Richards Insurance, thanks to Rob Richards, looking for the best policies around. Number 1, an independent insurance agency. It's Richland Center, Ithaca, Reedsburg Communities, 5th generation Richards Insurance.
At 175 pounds in the 7th place match, it's going to be Udeloven from River Ridge, wrestling against Keelands from Westby. The 5th place match, Stoppelmore from Cochran Fountain City, and Bodenstein from Bodendine from Richland Center. The 3rd place match, Jackson McGuire from Iowa Grand Island, Bennett Rose from Reedsburg. In the championship match at 175, Caden Davis from Belmont Platteville, Braden Peterson from GET. Ken?
All right, well, thanks, Chuck. Here, take a look here with that. It's a 3-1 score here as we get things started with 1:30 to go in this first period. Davis out of Belmont Platteville with a takedown, and he'll take the lead at 4-3 after giving up the initial takedown. These two look pretty solid.
For our fans at home, William Kenlance there from Westby. He picks up the fall down there in the 7th place match, and he will be your 7th place winner for Westby. Back to Ken.
All right, it's Peterson, Braden Peterson, trying to come out from underneath here. Peterson, only a sophomore, the number 2 seed at 11-2.
No score down there in our 5th place match as they go into the 2nd period. 4-3 for Rhodes of Reedsburg over McGuire in our 3rd place match.
Davis was the number 4 seed and came up with an 8-1 decision over the top seed in Jackson McGuire in the semifinals for an upset win, number 4 over number 1. Speaking of number 1s and 2s and so on, well, the college football playoff going on today. That's one thing it might kind of be interesting in watching when we get home tonight.
Yeah.
Indiana ended up getting whooped, did they, last night?
A little bit, yeah.
Was it? I don't know.
Okay.
Notre Dame won.
Yeah.
They actually kind of got close,
Okay.
but, I mean, score-wise, but it wasn't close.
Okay.
I think it was 30, what was it now? 27-17 or I forget now, but it was Notre Dame. Yeah. Time will run out. 4-3 is the score.
Davis, even though he came in here being the 3rd seed with 3 losses, but he could make some noise up there, or at least some discussion. Although they don't have that anymore, they don't have a seeding meeting.
Oh yeah,
it's all done by the criteria. But well, he might put a wrench in the criteria if he puts in there. He beat all these guys ahead of him.
There you go. Nice little duck under kind of situation, but a quick whizzer here by Peterson to stop the move. Now he's got to get that leg back.
Nice spin dump there.
Yeah, Davis just worked his way up around the waist and was able to get that dump situation, and he leads 7-3. And now Peterson will look to come from behind here. Again, down in the bottom here, trying to get some hand control, but now a cradle being locked up. And Davis is going to get that cradle, looking at some back points.
5-3 in our third place match.
Under 50 seconds to go here in period number 2, and it's a 4-point near fall, 11-3, a major decision right now for Davis out of Belmont Platteville. Peterson, only a sophomore, taking on the senior. Stands up, and they did go out of bounds, so they'll come back to the center with a fresh start. You think about this, Peterson as a sophomore at 175 pounds, only going to get bigger and stronger and better for that matter.
8-0 our score down there for Ethan Bodendine over Nathan Stoppelmore from CFC. Ethan, a junior, 6-3 record, having a nice finish to his tournament if you close out this match.
Looks like a caution is going to go against Braden Peterson. Now a stand up, and Davis brings him back with a kind of a half back trip here.
8-7 down here in our third place match in favor of Rhodes yet over McGuire from Highland, Iowa Grand.
Under 10 seconds to go now in this second period. An 8-point advantage still leans towards Davis of Belmont Platteville.
Is Davis from Belmont or Platteville? You don't think?
I couldn't tell you that. It's not that close to the athletes anymore.
Yeah, I just wondered if he played football. And, I mean, looks like he should have been playing
Yeah,
football.
you would think, yeah.
Well, there was a nice counter by Jackson McGuire to come up on with a takedown. Now he leads 11-8 with 1:20 to go.
Peterson chose the down position. He got up, tried to get those hips away, and as he did, why Davis kind of followed him and brought him right back down to the mat. Well, another start here. Davis trying to get those hips out from underneath, but boy, oh boy, Davis not letting him do anything.
Bodendine with a technical fall down there on mat number 1 for the 5th place finish.
Peterson was ever so close to getting those hips away and looking for a switch, and then next thing you know, brought back down to the mat. But now they'll stop the match here and warn Davis for stalling. You get the bottom wrestler gets the chance to get a fresh start here. Belmont Platteville was leading early on in this tournament, guys, and they're really showing some nice strength throughout their lineup.
They're going to be a solid 3rd place finish here today. They're well out in front for 3rd place. So that's going to be your top 3. Still a battle here between Iowa Grand and GET. Right now it's basically 3 points separating them is all there is, but Iowa Grand did move back in front now.
Peterson did get the escape, but now with that single leg up in the air and that trip, outside trip, and Davis will pick up another 3 and has a 10-point advantage, 14-4.
13-8, Jackson McGuire scores some more points for Iowa Grand Highland. So we'll see how this goes, because right now it looks like GET will not pick up any points this match or weight class.
McGuire did win, you said?
McGuire did win 13-8, yep.
Down to 5 seconds. That's going to be the score here, 14-4. And Davis, the number 4 seed, comes up and picks up the victory here by a major decision. And Chuck, I almost want to ask you, because you probably know how many number 4 seeds made it to the finals.
One.
One? This one here.
Now that's
Pretty certain.
pretty
probably
pretty
right.
safe bet too.
Our 190-pound sponsors bringing you the action. It's going to be the Riverdale Wrestling Club. Marcus Ingalls, the new head coach here, along with Jeff Campbell, who is supporting as assistant coach. Youth wrestling tournaments coming up on Sunday in February. Contact Jeff Campbell for more information on that. River Valley Wrestling Club doing a great job, not only here, but early on in this season. They ready to make some more moves. They were a strong second place showing at the Reedsburg Duels a couple of weeks ago.
At 190 pounds, the 7th place match is going to be Hamschel from Western Ithaca, Whitaker from Iowa Grand Highland, the 5th place match, Pickering from GET and Chilenic. From Richland Center, the 3rd place match, Braxton Walter from Reedsburg versus Stevie Meyer from Cochran Fountain City in the championship match. At 190 pounds, it'll be Gavin Hinterman from Iowa Grand Highland and Blake Brickle from River Valley.
River Valley boys should take River
I'll
Valley,
take
right?
that. Yeah, they don't know me anymore down there.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's going to be the River Valley boys. Brickle finding himself in a tough spot against Gavin Hinterman from Iowa Grand Highland. Hinterman with the early takedown, working for the fall. Hinterman, the number 4 seed. You caught me. The number 4 seed in the finals. There it is.
There's a pin down there. I believe that was Iowa Grand Highland getting that.
And that
but
was.
But I don't think that would be their scorer guy. And
Right.
Whitaker from Iowa Grand Highland got the pin there, but he's got to be non-score. I wonder if he gets the bonus points. We'll never know.
But Hinterman got here, the number 4 seed, the senior, with a record of 8-3 now. A pin in 57 seconds over Schmidt from Holman. A pin in 2:15 over Whitaker, his teammate from Iowa Grand Highland. And then a 14-5 major decision over the top seed Braxton Walter in the semifinals.
Our 3rd place match, Mason Jelenic right now holds a 4-0 lead over Cale Pickering from GET. And then in our that was our 5th place match, excuse me. In our 3rd place match, Braxton Walter holds a 5-0 lead over Stevie Meyer from Cochran Fountain City. So we have said the Cochran Fountain City name a fair amount here in the placement matches.
Yeah. Blake Brickle, the other wrestler in the championship match, will find himself trailing 7-0 going into the 2nd period. Brickle from River Valley had to buy the 1st round, the 2nd seed. A pin in 2:39 over Hopswell from Western Ithaca in the quarterfinals, and a pin in 1:39 over Stevie Meyer from Cochran Fountain City in the semis.
So after this bout here, we'll have 2 weight classes to go, and we'll be wrapping up this day here today at Richland Center High School. Great crowd today, great wrestling, great Hall of Fame induction.
10-0 with Hinterman picking up some more back points. There's 4 more now. It goes to 14-0 as they go out of bounds. Hinterman looks over to Coach Ryan Allen and says, "Can I just go neutral and get a takedown and win this?" And Coach says, "That will be fine. We'll go with the tech fall."
He's certainly got some length to him.
He does. And there is that tech fall. 17-1. Gavin Hinterman with a victory here at 190.
Over on mat number 1, we're still going there. What do we got for a score, Kurt?
Jelenic still winning there, but it's 4-3 as we're getting, that's an update, it must be in the 3rd period.
Okay. Walter of Reedsburg and Meyer of CFC. That's a 9-1 lead now for Walter. out of Reedsburg.
Jeleni coming close to get another takedown. That would give him a nice 7-3 lead, and he does get it.
Walter was the top seed, but got knocked off by Hinderman, who winds up winning, as Chuck just mentioned, that tech fall. So Hinderman from the number 4 seed, there's 2 of them now, Chuck.
Yeah. So it just goes to show that when people give you that really confident answer, that sometimes it's not always the truth.
You're correct on that.
Now this had to be in there. You and I must have been sleeping in the seeding of this weight class. How did this Walty Math get 3rd seed and Hinderman? This Hinderman's been around here. How did he end up as a 4 seed?
That's a good question.
I can see the other 2. You know, you got a 13-2 and a 17-2 that were 1 and 2 seeds. Must have been maybe some head-to-head or something.
I have to admit, I did lead before that.
Oh, did you? And I wasn't paying attention. That's why I left my phone there. 17-1, though, is your final here in the 3rd place match. And you get another tech fall there by the same score, 17-1 for Walter from Reedsburg.
And Jelenic score?
The computer blinked out on me again. He was 7-3, and that's still where it's at, 7-3. There should be the last 10 seconds, so and the tapper's coming out. So if he hangs on here, he will be your 5th place winner for the Richland Center Hornets. Nice job, Mason Jelenic. Jelenic family, longtime farm group down there by Cold Tractor, and now the one brother, one of the lead people at Pratt Funeral Home.
Oh, okay.
Mark is.
Our thanks going out to our 215-pound weight class in memory of Larry Makovic. It's the River Valley Wrestling family, Coach Dan Makovic and mother, husband, Ann. A lot of fond memories there. And, of course, Larry, one of the big supporters of River Valley Wrestling. Thanks going out to Vitesnik Power Sports, serving the communities since 1974. Stop in and see what they have for your next snowmobile, or in the spring and summer, your motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-side, all kinds of great things going on. Don't forget the slingshot and much more at Vitesnik Power Sports.
Set the stage at 2:15 in the 7th place match, Krugel from River Ridge and Burns from Richland Center. 5th place match, Coleman from Western Ithaca and Degenhart from Iowa Grand Highland. The 3rd place match, McCoy from Hillsboro and Clent from Reedsburg. And the championship match at 215 pounds is going to be Mason Monterano from Belmont Platteville and Aaron Dunnigan from GET.
Got a quick pin down on mat number 1 for the 5th place match at 215 pounds. Coleman of Ithaca Weston got tossed. Degenhart of Iowa Grand Highland comes up with the big pin.
Big points for them.
Yep.
Championship match, big match here for GET. And he's going to score the first points here, and he's going to take an early 3-0 lead with less than a minute to go here in the first period against Mason Monterano from Belmont Platteville.
McCoy picks up a pin for Hillsboro in the 3rd place matchup here over Klemp of Reedsburg. And that was in the first period, a 55-second pin.
Good for him. It's good to see Hillsboro, a long history there of good wrestling, to keep the action going there with a place winner here today.
Yeah.
That young man's put together, too.
Yes,
for
he
a
is.
215-pounder. So down there in our 7th place match, it's 4-0 in favor of Burns from Richland Center. We want to keep track of that, as he's a Richland Center wrestler wrestling down there. So I'll keep charge of the championship now, as we see a 3-2 scores. Monterano, while I was looking down there, came back with a reversal. And we still have 30-some seconds to go here in the first period, too. So he's doing a nice job riding there, and Ken will keep track of our 7th place match.
Yep, it's going to be 7-0 lead now for Burns of Richland Center.
That means Ken's going to get that barn burner match at 285. Oh, that's kind of like anybody's choice is going to come out of that between Brock Up and Matthews.
Yeah.
Mandarano getting a nice tilt here. You don't see too many 215-pounders that can tilt the other wrestler. He did a nice job there, but what else is going to happen? He's going to give him the escape for loss of control, so that was a nice call there. 4-3 is going to be your first, 4-4. That's right, that takedown was in there.
We're at
so
the
4-4 at the end of the first period.
Under 40 seconds, now 35 seconds left in period number 2 on that 7th place match. Richland Center still out in front in Burns, but now the 1-point escape here for Kubo.
Mandarano chooses down to start the second period.
Head throw here, excuse me, Kurt.
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's going to be a headlock here and the fall.
There you go, Richland Center. Nice job.
Picking up the 7th place match. Burns of Richland Center with the pin.
Well, we come back to our championship match, the only match going on right now. 1:30 to go here in the second period. Oh, nice move there, but a nice cross-face Turk on the way over to keep Dunnigan in charge here. And he comes back up on top. 1:10 to go. Nice try for the roll. Oh, nah, he got through this time. Mandarano did his own type of roll and came up on top. Now he has Dunnigan down, looking for a power half or a cross-face Turk to get Dunnigan over on his back. Well, trying for a power half, but gotta be careful you don't get that. We've seen that several times today. You get that hip too far underneath, and then you get sucked under. And I don't like his position here, Chuck. Getting a little high now.
High is correct.
And he gets reversed.
He just called it.
Well, we've seen that happen many times here today. You know, those power halves or Turks like that are good as long as you don't get your hip underneath the other wrestler. 6-6, the last 10 seconds here. Looks like we're going to go to the third period here, tied. And I believe it'll be Dunnigan's choice.
Well, again, thanks to the great folks here at Richland Center helping us out with the tournament broadcast, the live stream. Had a number of people on, kind of keeping an eye on that a little bit throughout the day.
Always like that effort by a coach when he yells out there to his wrestler, "We are going down." Oh, nice try for a roll, Granby type roll, and Dunnigan comes up on top, and now he takes an 8-6 lead here with 1:45 to go in the match.
Yeah, Dunnigan only a sophomore here, and I tell you what, he's a solid young man.
Oh yeah, these are some good-looking 215-pounders
Yes.
we've seen out here. Now the Mandaranos, I do know they are at the Platteville School District. They're pretty good football players too when they play.
I was thinking, wasn't Mason all conference both ways?
Might have been, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me one bit looking at him.
No.
He's matured into this weight class. You know, his brother was always a real solid 285.
Yep.
And now Mason is starting to, you can see he's maturing in. Oh, caught him there. Oh, and he did. I don't know if he's going to hold him long enough. Yeah, nice job. Nice scramble there by Dunnigan. Not only did he get the 2 near fall, but he was able to maintain control. 10-6 now. Getting close to the minute mark. I think it's time like he's trying for here, but you don't want to get caught in that cradle either. Mandarano's trying for a stand-up. He's got the foot up, but he can't get the other one to come up, rotate to it. There he comes now. He's rotating to it. Almost, he's looking at trying. Both of them are good at getting in that pyramid position and trying to do some sort of a Granby roll out of it. But this time he wasn't successful. Now time's going to be a factor. 35 seconds to go. The case here too, the top wrestler just kind of hanging a little bit, but there he does a nice breakdown. And now he's got Mondrano back down on the mat with 20 seconds to go.
Well, neither one of them's been called for stalling.
Nope.
Or warned, so
No,
you might as well do what you need to do.
Yeah, there you go, yep. Smart wrestling. And now it's a case of, I think they're both just about, oh, don't get too careful. Knew that might be coming. Yep. Just wasn't quite needed there at this point in the match to go with that effort. That was kind of cross-face you would throw quite a bit earlier in this match. At that point, it just looked like a punishment move, and rightfully called. But he was going to end up winning. Nice job by Dunnigan to get his first name in here to Aaron Dunnigan, just to be fair and get it out there. But he's your champion, and we're down to our last weight class, Ken.
Yes, and our thanks going out to the sponsors of the last weight class, 285 pounds. WCCU, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas from the team members at WCCU. You'll find them here in Richland Center, Reedsburg, Cashin, Viroqua, Westby, and many other areas as well. The Westby Wrestling Club reminding you of the Division III sectionals that'll be held there on Saturday, February 22nd. Looking forward to that in 2025. That's coming up here. And then, of course, that youth regional on March 23rd. So a lot of neat things coming up there.
Yeah, announce that, because that may not last.
All right, we're going to make a quick announcement here. This is the championship match at 285 pounds. Ken Menning's going to cover it for you. It's going to be Bodie Brocken from Iowa Grand Highland, undefeated, 13-0. He is a senior. His opponent, Grant Matthews from Riverdale. He's a junior at 12-0.
Taking a look here at this match, both these wrestlers, we talked about this a little bit, a contrast in the size factor, a lot of length, a lot of height here by Brockup, but Matthews with that power, the shoulders, and that girth, if you want to call it that, he's just going to keep coming at people. So a lot of fun.
6'5" probably.
Yeah, I was going to ask, how tall do you think he is?
He's a fair amount taller than I am.
Brockup's going to lose the measurement around the chest, but there's still a lot of power there in Brockup's body.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he got that leverage like we saw with Lockline.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, the 7th place match, Nelson from Westby, Courier from Riverdale, another Riverdale wrestler, Kleppe from Richland Center, and Knuth from Reedsburg in the 5th place match. 4th place match, John Rogers from Baraboo, Thomas Castro from Belmont Platte.
25-0 between these two wrestlers here in the championship match. Brockett coming in at 13-0 and Matthews 12-0, a junior, the number 2 seed, Brockett the senior, and he was the top seed on the coach's poll. A little bit of a Russian tie here by Brockett, but Matthews able to fight out of that one. Going back in, he loves that inside tie, and Brockett he kind of answers back with his own inside tie.
Matthews is ranked pretty high too, I believe, isn't he?
Well, he has to be.
He's the 3rd or 4th, I'm going to say, but I'm not sure.
It'll be always interesting to take a look and see, especially after the Christmas tournaments, the bi-state, Oshkosh on the Waters, mid-states, all those, when they, how are things shaping up for that big run in January?
Is the Badger today?
Yes, down at the Alliance Center. Yep. Just a quick shout out for the young man from Reedsburg down there, Knuth. The assistant coach is his dad, and he was a former place winner, if not a state champion for Reedsburg down there at 285 or 275. And he said he's got a brother that as soon as he gets over an injury, he's going to be back at 215. So they have both of his boys in the lineup. There's, just as I say that, he turns him over, and there's the fall. Back to you, Ken.
All right, well, there's no score here as still Brockup is on the top position here now. Matthews down in the start of the 2nd period. Brockup with that length, again keeping his toes on the mat, nearly getting the hips out was Matthews, and just as quick, Brockup goes with a tight waist and chops him back down to the mat.
Did Nelson win or Courier in that 7th place match?
I'm waiting for the computer update. I didn't see it.
Potential inside roll coming up.
Yeah, Yeah, we're going to stick with this championship match. I'll catch you up.
Nearly coming up with a turn here. Brockham got the legs in on that right side just in time to stop that near side roll. And then I thought he was going to get a little facelift action there and get a turn for Brockham, but Matthews realized what was coming and he bellied back down.
3-0 in our third place match. Rogers over Kastner from Belmont Platteville.
Brockham with the one-on-one on each. Matthews turns that out. Trying to load him up on the hips, keeping him stretched out. Under 30 seconds to go, and now, well, just didn't get that pinning combination locked in, says Adam Guthrie, and that's a warning for stalling. You get a fresh start here for Matthews with 28 ticks left on the clock here in period number 2.
Courier got the fall down there in that 7th place match from Riverdale.
Okay, a quick stand-up. But boy, oh boy, Brock up again with those long arms, able to help himself and bring Matthews back to the mat.
Third period starting here in our third place match. 4-0 now in favor of Rogers over Kastner from Belmont Platteville. Rogers from Baraboo.
Chuck, I have to say this as time starts to run out here in this second period. Matthews has been, brought down to the mat, belly down. But that young man, there's no loss for fight in him. He gets back to his base.
You're correct. No, yeah. He's a good one.
Brockup chooses down right away. He had no doubt where he was going. Matthews trying to come over with a near side cradle. He's got it locked up. And there's the fall.
Wow, he just powered him there, Kim.
A near side cradle, and you're right. It was a power snowplow type cradle. Lifted him up and over and took him to his back, and that was it.
I don't think he ever locked the cradle up. He just powered through it like he was going for it.
Yeah. What a match there. My goodness. That came with 409?
9 seconds.
9 seconds into
that period, yeah.
That's just nuts. That is absolutely nuts.
A desperation move there by Kastner, and Rogers takes advantage of it. He takes now a 8-0 lead. 35 seconds left here in the tournament today. Right now it looks like, although that didn't help Iowa Grant's case, but I don't think GET really had anything on the mat here to go with it. But right now it looks like Iowa Grant slipped ahead here and gonna be close to about a 14-point win here today. We're real close to Rogers getting the fall here, unless it's only, there it is, yep. So that ends the tournament there. The last period fall it's only 7 seconds to go, and Rogers from Baraboo is your third place finisher.
Well, I tell you what, this has just been quite the day. We're going to go through and do a quick recap here with the guys, if we can, maybe the top 3 in each weight class, if possible.
That's what I'm thinking would be good.
Okay, and we'll do that. And maybe by that time, we'll potentially have some most valuable wrestler nominations all turned in, and we'll get a chance to see who the champion, runner-up, and champions are of this tournament action. We think we probably know already, but we'll wait for the official call. So let's turn it back over to you two, and let's pick up with 106 pounds, and let's go take every other one and go to the top 3, please.
All right, at 106 pounds, the third place finisher was Griffin Winitsky from Iowa Grand Highland. The runner-up, James Schramm from Riverdale, and the champion at 106 pounds from Toma, it's Blake Champlin.
Yep. Okay, then at 113, sticking to where Chuck started out, we're going to go with our third place finisher, and that would be Hunter Wilkinson from Riverdale. Our second place finisher is Declan Lambert from Cochrane Fountain City, and your champion is Braden Haley Tomei from Reedsburg with a 17-0 record.
Okay, I'll take 120 then. At 120 pounds is Desmond Severson from Baraboo, the third place finisher. The runner-up is Coda Perny from GET, and the champion at 120 pounds, now a 4-time tournament champion. He wins by a score of 17-1. from Reedsburg, undefeated at 17-0, Trainer Curtin.
Okay, moving on to 126. Your third place finisher is Cade Parrish from Reedsburg. Your second place finisher in a very good and entertaining championship match was Eden Haiti from Richland Center. And your champion, Colton Kloss from GET Melmin.
At 132 pounds, third place finisher is Brody Bansi from GET. The runner-up, Lakota Brewer from Riverdale. And the champion at 132 pounds from Belmont Platteville, now at 18-2, the freshman, Briggs Weigel.
Okay, moving on to 138 then. Your third place finisher is Cam Spenceley from Belmont Platteville. Your second place finisher is Lane Fry from GET Melmin, and your champion from Baraboo High School with a 12-0 record, Peyton Olberg.
At 144 pounds, third place finisher is Brody Meese from Riverdale. The runner-up, Jay Stetzer from GET, and the champion at 144 pounds. Now at 15-2 on the season, the junior from Belmont Platteville, Dylan Weigel.
Okay, at 150, your third place finisher is Tyler Kismore from Belmont Platteville. Your second place finisher is Brock Hinderman from Iowa Grant Highland. And then your champion with a 16-0 record now, Cameron Finch from Tomo.
At 157 pounds, the third place finisher is Wyatt Knockreiner from River Valley. The runner-up at 157, Gunnar Johnson from GET. And the champion at 157 pounds, now at 13-2 on the season, from Iowa Grant Highland, Tyson Imhoff.
165, your third place finisher is Nolan Waldner from Ithaca Weston. Your second place finisher is Nolan Owen from Baraboo. And your champion with a 14-0 record is Jackson Bussey from Iowa Grant Highland.
At 175 pounds. Third place goes to Jackson McGuire from Iowa Grant Highland. The runner-up is Braden Peterson from GET, and the champion at 175 pounds, now at 16-3 on the season, from Belmont Platteville, is Caden Davis.
Okay, at 190, your third place finisher is Braxton Walter from Reedsburg High School. Your second place finisher is Blake Brickle from River Valley High School. And your champion, Gavin Hinderman, with a 9-3 record as a senior now from Iowa Grant Highland.
At 215 pounds, third place. Excuse me. It's McCoy. Ryan McCoy from Hillsborough. The runner-up at 215 pounds is Mason Monderano from Belmont Platteville, the champion at 215 pounds. Now at 12-2 on the season, the victory for Aaron Dunnigan at 215.
We're holding off here before we do the last weight class to make sure we get our team winners here. It ended up the way we thought. Iowa Grant Highland with a 308 score, GET Trempealeau with 294.5, and Belmont Platteville, your third place finisher, 260.5. Now coming back for your place finishers at 285 to wrap this up. Your third place finisher is John Rogers from Baraboo High School. Your second place finisher is Brody Brokop from Iowa Grant High School. And then your champion, Grant Matthews, 13-0. Your junior from Riverdale High School is the champion in 285.
What a day.
What a day, yep. Boy, they go quick. That's why these new mats, like, well, you see the only one that's Resolite yet is this one down here. But,
yeah,
boy, they can zip them mats up in a hurry.
They got them rolled up and away they go. So, well, what a night here with this championship round, and a great battle between Iowa Grant Highland, GET Melmin, and Iowa Grant Highland. Chuck, they prevail here 3 years in a row now. They have become the Richland Center Hornet Invitational champion.
Yeah, and I'm looking for them to have a real good rest of the season too. And depending upon how things go, they could be in Madison as a team.
Very well.
Yeah.
Yes, very well could be.
Yep.
Yep.
It'd be
Quite-
interesting.
You know, you think about that, the SWAL, just that alone, where you got Fenimore in there, you got Mineral Point, you got Iowa Grant. What a dogfight!
Riverdale.
And Riverdale.
Darlington Blackhawks got a real
That
nice
is just
team.
nuts. I mean, the big thing there is you want to hope that you don't beat each other up so much that you're not able to perform at the end of the year like you're planning on.
You know, Darlington Blackhawk and Fenimore will be in Division II this year.
Yep, that's right.
So that helps out
The other three.
Mineral Point, Iowa Grant, and everybody else that's in the
Yeah.
that super regional and sectional too. So.
Yes, for sure.
But that team sectional has always been, a bloodbath for whoever's
Yeah.
there. And this year now it should be again. You don't have Fenimore there, but you still have teams that are going to compete to be there. Like we just talked about, is Iowa Grant, Highland, Mineral Point. We talked about them beating Fenimore this week. And now you throw in Aquinas, who always comes down to that team sectional too.
Yep.
And some of them last.
Fenimore will be in 2.
I know Fenimore, but the Fenimore still, like you say, factors in the area and kind of beats everybody up, and that coming out of that conference tournament.
The conference
stuff,
tournament, sure.
and stuff. But right now the big three in this area is, at least in Division III, is Iowa Grant, Highland, Mineral Point, and Aquinas.
Yep. And then, like you said, you
right.
factor in Riverdale and
Yeah.
that. And then you look at Division II, there again, you go Fenimore and Darlington bouncing up to 2. You've got GT and Mel Min, who's got a great showing. You throw in, other teams will have their individuals. Lodi is always.
Lodi's not bad.
They're always a factor with things, and then Prairie du Chien, of course, they're going to be solid. So you come over here to the Division II type time, it is just going to be nearly the same thing as what you see in Division III. So just a lot of fun going on here. I always think this Richland Center tournament is kind of the precursor to a lot of fun coming up here down the road. Well, Chuck, any final thoughts here tonight before we sign off?
No, great day of wrestling, very well run again. I thank you two guys for allowing me to work with you too, and we will see a lot of these kids in the state tournament individually too.
Yep, absolutely.
As we move down the road.
Yes. Kurt, thanks again. Your thoughts?
Great event. The teams that we saw here at the top of the pool it was great to see Belmont Platteville, kind of shine in here and show that they're making a huge comeback. But it's always good to see great individuals like the Iowa Grant Highlands and the GETs, run by great programs, come to the top. Look forward to it. Exciting things to happen. The bi-state here, 27th and 28th, and Ken made mention to all the tournaments we're going to help you try to cover at the end of the year, starting with the SWL down at Prairie du Chien, or the Clash, whatever they want to call it.
Yep.
To me, it's still the SWAL, and to you guys too, because you came from. But again, thanks again, like Chuck said, it's so much fun to work with people you enjoy working with, and it's always a great and fulfilling adventure to cover this great sport of wrestling.
That's for sure. And my thanks going back.
I'm going to add one more thing
Sure.
into. You mentioned Belmont Platteville. They look very solid today.
They did today.
And it's been quite a few years since
Yep.
they've won the conference. And right now, if I'm going to have to put money, I'm going to put my money on Belmont Platteville to win the conference duels.
Is that right?
I will.
That would be
to win the conference duels.
Conference
not
duels.
Conference
Sure.
duels and
Sure.
SWC he's talking about.
Uh-huh. Yep.
SWC.
Right. Should be an exciting time.
Yeah.
I want to wish you two and everyone out there a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks again to Richland Center, the high school, Laura Selby, allowing us to come in once again to do this. We are looking for a ton of fun coming up here, and we hope that you enjoyed the 61st annual showing here of the Richland Center Wrestling Invitational. For Chuck Rasmussen, Kirk Lair, I'm Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions. So long, everyone. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you soon.